Hello my friends and welcome to episode 37 of The Wanderer. I said in the last episode we were going to have a lot of job interviews, or rather I applied for a lot of jobs. I wasn't expecting to get any. Hearts, Aberdeen, Bate, Borisov and Mould were the four I'd applied for. I was debating applying for Ross County after being heavily linked with it, but we've got offered the job. We only had two interviews, the Bate one and Hearts. Bate turned us down for a guy who had a much better reputation than us. Hearts, or Heart of Midlothian, always known as Hearts, so have offered us the job. And in honesty, I really wasn't expecting it. They're wanting top half finish in the SPL, giving us 4.36 million to do it and a wage budget of 71,000 per week. Absolutely ecstatic at that. And there's no way I'm ever turning this down. I want to make that clear. What I do want to say is, since the last episode, we've played one game, which was Livingston. We drew 3-3. We were 3-1 down, and I was really frustrated we were 3-1 down because we were absolutely playing them off the park. And then we got two late goals through Rabin Omar and Ross Ferguson, a 94th minute thunderbolt to give us a point, which gave us hope of avoiding relegation. Small hope, but hope nonetheless. Obviously, the next episode was going to be Queen of the South. And that's the next game, so it kind of came at the right time. In reality, I must have played another game since that full Kilmarnock game. No, I didn't. So I brought you back just slightly early. So Queen of the South and Fairmont, Morton, and then Ayr were always sort of next games. They were all big games that we had to pick up points in. Then we had Aberdeen, who didn't even select us on their shortlist, by the way, for an interview, before Hearts approached us and said, yeah, we'll give you the job. I'm absolutely ecstatic. We're going to go and have a look at the club before we do anything. So we've got 20,000 capacity. Compare that to Montrose, who have 4,000. So we're up a lot there. We don't need to build a stadium. I think they already have the potential to have a bigger stadium as well. They've got Christoph Berra as captain, still kicking around. Not going to be there much longer under my management, because I like quick defenders, and 5 acceleration, 6 pace really doesn't work for me as a centre back. Still got Jamie Walker kicking about. Obviously he's away to Wigan in real life. Cameron Burgess is our key player. He looks absolutely quality. And we've got Grant Young as our hot prospect, and again he looks fairly good. Needs a bit of work as a midfielder, but certainly could do it, and certainly could turn him into something. Currently on loan at Alloa. Most player of the matches is Freddie Woodman. I'm pretty sure he's a Newcastle goalkeeper in real life. Maybe hasn't broken into the Newcastle team as such, but rated with a bit of potential. So we've got people to work with. We've got Lewis Moult as well, absolutely prolific striker in Scotland. So I've got players to work with here. Staff-wise, I've not looked at. I'm not going to look at too much of that. Facilities, as I said, 20,000 all-seater stadium, rebuilt in 1997. A 5-year stadium sponsorship deal as well. Adequate junior coaching, adequate youth recruitment with excellent youth facilities. Poor data analyst facilities, right enough. Superb training facilities. They've requested that I bring in young players and bring in young players through the youth team as well. So, they've asked me to build for the future with Hearts, and I'm more than happy to do that. I've agreed to do that. As you see, agreed philosophies and agreed promises. Endeavour to maintain positive dressing room atmosphere. Not apply for other jobs. That's not going to be an issue. And keep director of football Darren Taylor at the club going forward. I was applying for jobs that were out with my remit. I don't really want to work with the director of football, but why not? It's also the biggest wage we've been offered by a country mile. I think the last highest we were on was 900 and odd at Pogon Sadolca. So it's big increase, and we're going to ask for even more because that's what you do. They said we're quite close, so let's try 2.7. I was going to try and just get to 2.5, but we've got 2.7 a week out of them. Let's finalise the deal, and we'll go to Hearts. I actually need to bring you back to Montrose because I've just made 2 loan signings. So let's go back to Montrose. As you see, my assistant manager was offered the job of manager. Transfer history. I just brought in Scott McKellar, of all people, by the way, and Liam Burton on loan to Hearts. Scott McKellar getting an 8. That can't be a up to date scout report, by the way. It must be, these must be up to date scout reports. Scott McKellar, I'm going to go and get a scout report on him, because I don't believe this is up to date. Whatever. But yeah, I basically bought them both in on loan for the rest of the season, to try and just solidify the defence and add an attacking threat. Of course, 2 players I've worked with before, so we're going to attend this meeting. Great idea. I'd love to know more about the club. I actually know quite a bit about Hearts. I would imagine I'm going to hold a press conference, and I'm going to do press conferences while at Hearts as well. One of the things that I always get criticised for in interviews is I've been involved in media controversies. I never ask any questions and answer any questions in the media. I always find my assistant, so let's get that going to the right way. So again, thank you for the introduction. Yes, I would love to see a second opinion. It'd be great to meet the backroom staff, and assist with friendlies, please. I'll arrange the friendlies, but if you could control them, that'd be perfect. And done. So we've got players in on loan. We've got Anthony Ralston in from Celtic. You know, it's got a decent amount of potential for the future, but I'm a bit worried that we've got him on loan. Got Lee Connor in from Man United. He looks okay as a short centre back. You know, again, a bit of potential about him. Imagine we're never going to be able to get him though, as a permanent. And then we've got a load of boys out on loan, including Dean Ritchie, of course, Mark Oxley, any other names that I recognise there, not really. Injury updates, we've got Rory Curry out for 4 weeks to 2 months. Doesn't look like it's going to be that big a loss. We've got Ryan Wilson, he looks okay, and Ryan Williams is recovering basically. Jamie Campbell moved to Hearts enough because Hearts have changed their manager. I'm going to scout him because he looks half decent. And a background, so we've won the league 4 times, Scottish Cup 9 times, Betfred Cup 4 times, and the Lag Brutes Championship twice. So view club honours, no, all club records maybe. I'm just trying to see what years competition. So there you go. So they won the league in 1895, 1897, 1958. Haven't won it since 1960. Scottish Cup last won in 2020, so last season. 2012 before that. Betfred Cup 1963, Championship 2015 of course. And they won the Development League last season as well, which is good to see that we've got a decent young team there. So 4-2-3-1's been an issue. It's saying go through all this at some point, but you know, we've got a lot of positives here. So at best, the weaknesses were over the wage budget. That's not good. Let me go make sure they've given us all that money that they told us they were giving us. Indeed they have, so that's good, but we are over the wage budget, so we can trim that down. Room for improvement in the scouting team, don't worry about that, I will do that. Issue seems to be form issues rather than, and maybe a lack of depth, but with no money in the wage budget, of course we're going to struggle with that. So it's recommending we will play a 4-2-3-1, which I've just been playing. Not really that convinced that that's going to work, because you know, there is one player I'm trying to see who's still got, Harry Cochrane. There's the man himself. He will become a very, very integral part of this team. Should hopefully develop into a quality player. Already played 40 times for us, and has he played any games this season? 13 and 25 last season. We're going to turn him into a very regular player. John Stewart still kicking about as well, still with a bit of potential, very, very good player. It kind of helps me with the Berra situation. Fullbacks look like an issue. Aidan White and John, no right backs really at all to talk about. Aidan White doesn't look that great either, so that's what we're going to address in the window, is fullbacks. What's our first game? It's Hamilton on Saturday, and then we've got Celtic Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go away, I'm going to work out my formation and whatnot. I actually won the last 3 games, which puts us 6th in the league, which is where we need to finish, and we're 4 points ahead of Aberdeen. Good news. So we're going to go away, we're going to come back for the Hamilton game. We'll come back on the next episode against Celtic, because, do you know what, why not? That's got a lot of games in quick succession here. We've got Hamilton, Celtic, Aberdeen, and then Rangers in that far. Hibs and Rangers, do that as a double header, I think. Yep, so I'm going to go work out the formation, boys. I'll be back in just a second. And we're back. I've brought back the 4-2-3-1. It's a bit of a hit and miss. And I've gone with a team of Woodman, Brandon, Burgess, Suter, White, De Jure, Polworth, Hedges, Cochrane, Walker and Moult. In the system I'm going to play, this was by far the best team. We're against a team who's directly above us in the league. It's our first game in charge, of course. So I want to see a good performance. It's not really worked with that team talk, has it? So I brought back my old FM18 4-2-3-1. Used it in the Rangers series with mixed success, shall we say. You know, it was great for the first sort of 6 months until we lost the dressing room, basically. So hopefully it works again now with Hearts, bringing it back, having some faith in it, and hope to God it works, because we've got Celtic up next. Harry Cochrane, he's naturally a central midfielder. I'm trying to push him forward and develop him into an attacking central midfielder, because that's where I see him as being best. If I'm honest, there's a couple of stats that I want to work on. Going to work on that properly, and he's the guy that I'm going to focus building this team around. I've not set up my set pieces. I've just remembered that as it's over the top for Jamie Baronas, player who I might look to sign. It's away Ross. I've also transfer listed a couple of the Deadwood. We're over our transfer budget, or wage budget rather. Let's get rid of that first of all. So that makes sense to do. Is Aaron White clears Walker to Cochrane. He's got Lewis Moult in front of him, and that's a poor pass from Moult, and we're on hitting the break here. Ross, Ali Crawford still somehow at Hamilton. I'm not sure how he's still there, but it's came down, and Baronas. My head was in my hands there. That I was disgusted by this. Going to demand a bit more here if I can find it. There we go, down the bottom. I'm not impressed with this so far. As Brandon's injured, this is great, because Ralston got injured between me taking over and this. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks, which left me with Brandon, who was probably going to be my first choice of the two, because he's our own player and we can develop him. I've already had to promote 2 guys out, that Gajda and Irvine, who ironically I was looking at signing at Montrose. So maybe tells you the kind, and that was the best of the players that I could promote. There is good players in there, but I was trying to promote specifically midfielders, because that's where we've got no depth. So I'm going to go aggressive, and I'm going to go on far from pleased, because it's been a very, very poor first half. You know, we've not been in it at all. Greg Docherty's still at Hamilton as well, but there's a few guys here I might be scouting, you know, to bring in to our team. Dundee United 2-1 up against Aberdeen. Crawford to Perzier. It's whipped in from Crawford. It's away to Jamie Walker. He's just sort of running into traffic water. He does play it back for John Suter, and then back into Freddie Woodman. Launched forward. Scordonis headed away, and Harry Cochrane on the break. Let's find Jamie Walker in the wide position. Oh, it's a poor pass from Walker. We've just been missing that final ball here. Aaron White back to John Suter. Polworth. De Jure. Cochrane. Lewis Moult. It's a good ball into Hedges. Can he find the ball in? And it is. It's Jamie Walker. We've been dominated all game. Had a bit of a going at them at half time. And Jamie Walker, who's joint top goal scorer if I remember correctly, has tucked it home to make it 1-0 to us. Aaron White with the free kick. Really need to go and do all my set piece tactics. Get that sorted out. I'll do that for the next episode when we play Celtic. Cochrane intercepted by Baronas. Also going to go through all the stuff between episodes as well. I wanted to get this episode recorded. I'm on limited time, but there's tomorrow we'll have a bit of time to do it. Woodman out to Aaron White. Forward for Jamie Walker, the goal scorer, into Lewis Moult. It's poor from Moult. Again, a poor pass back for Jamie Walker. He's going to trying another poor pass, crossfield ball. I can't blame him for that one too much. But it's in behind and suddenly they're in with Ross. Our goalkeeper Freddie Woodman caught an absolute no man's land. And Jordan Ross has put us to the sword with that goal. A deserved goal, you have to say, but frustrating. We're going to bring Mole off for Lavery, who is the next best striker, but he is an advanced forward, so we're going to switch to an advanced forward. Don't really use Poacher in this formation, but that's Molt's sort of preferred line, if you like, so just trying to see what's going to work. And that's a clear penalty. Penalties are going to be the death of me on this game. I never seem to win them, concede loads, and I don't know why. I've not even got to get stuck in on anymore as Ali Crawford steps up and it's past Freddie Woodburn, and I'm going to go with a demand more as Ali Crawford tucks away. Going to be scouting so many of these players. Baronis, Crawford, Docherty, all players I'd be interested in. Devlin's still there as well. Who else? Not really anyone else apart from that Ross guy. He looked good on the break. We're going to bring on Banoon for Cochrane, and we're going to bring Walker in the middle as an advanced playmaker. I just need to just quickly change that to winger. I've not personalised all these yet, of course. And hopefully we can go and get a late goal. Let's go for it actually. So what I want to do is bring you in here. Really should have made a different sub if I was planning on doing this. And I'm going to bring you as a defensive forward because that's about what you can do. And we'll bring you in here. And again, can I put you as a false 9? Yes, I can, just about. And we're going to go instructions, overload, pump the ball into the box, pass into space, stop exploiting the flanks. We've got exploit the middle rather. Still look for overlap, take more risks, fairly wide. Always close down, much higher up. Let's see if we can nick an equaliser here. It'd be a big point in a sense of keeping up with Hamilton, who a win by the way takes him up to third here. Of course, Dundee provisionally have a game in hand though. So shows you how tight the top half of the table is. We're a bit off the pace of that. Doesn't look like we're going to get that chance. In fact, not even going to get a highlight since going on overload mode. That's frustrating stuff. In fact, that's even the shortest full-time highlight. That was a very poor performance from us in all honesty though. But they've got some very good players in their team. I'm going to go and scout some of them. Anyway boys, that will end this episode. I'm not going to rally it on because we know what the next episode is. It's in a couple of days time, away to Celtic, because lovely start to your career as a manager to play two of the top 3 teams in the league. But anyway guys, I will catch you then for that. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the move, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.